Peace and lights. What's happening, Wisdom Aura Love fam? I hope everyone is having such a beautiful, blessed day today. I wanted to come to you guys to talk about something today, and the topic for today is going to be titles and expectations and how they ruin our relationships. Now, these relationships can be friendships, romantic relationships, or any type of ship. So, I've been noticing how basically certain titles demand certain things of people that may not have signed up to do these particular things in our lives or for us. And when we give certain people titles such as our boyfriend or our girlfriend, or our wife or husband or our best friends or whatever the case is, even our parents, mom and dad or siblings or whoever, our children, we place certain expectations upon them. And basically, those expectations that we uh, give to them on our own without even speaking them to them, or sometimes maybe you do, whenever they do not hold up to those expectations, we let that control our emotions. We let that get us down and or upset, mad, angry with them or whatever. And I want to talk about something that happened not too long ago, with the person that has been my best friend. With the person that had been my best friend since I was in fifth grade. And over the past, I want to say year or so, maybe year or 2 years, I definitely have noticed that some things have changed. And I always kind of wanted to let her know that I don't want to hold her up to certain. Let me just tell you the conversation that happened. So, a while back, I had called the person that has always been known since fifth grade now for like 19 years as my best friend. And I had a very open and deep conversation with her that I have never had with her before during all these years. And I basically told her in short that I released her from the title of best friend. Not in a way because I was angry, not because I was sad, not because I was hurt from something that she did or did not do, but simply because I realized that her having that title over all these years basically made me hold certain expectations for her to live up to that maybe she did not want to. She was the godmother of my children, and I had, giving her that title also made me, should I say, in my mind, set certain expectations for her to live up to with even my children that maybe she was not ready for. And we had a deep conversation, and it's crazy because me telling her this, telling her that I released her from this title, and to be honest with you, I feel like it's not the best title for us no more, and not just for her and I, but for anybody. And I explained to her, just like I'm about to tell you guys, I no longer will give that title to anyone in my life. And once again, this is not out of anger, this is not out of hurt, out of resentment, nothing like that whatsoever. She had done nothing to hurt me or anybody else. But it was just a simple fact that I no longer want to place those expectations upon anybody else to fulfill. And when I told her that, it was like a relief, just like, man. And she started opening up to me about certain things that she had felt that was pressured, that she was pressured to do, or whatever, that she kind of didn't want that, but she kind of felt pressured to because of that. And guess what? Vice versa. And it's just one of those things where because you love somebody, you don't want to disappoint them by not doing it. But sometimes, doing this or doing that may not be what you want to do. But because of the title that you have in that person's life, you feel obligated and you don't want to hurt them or disappoint them. I believe true friendship or true relationships or whatever is being open to and being free. You understand? I'm not saying sit there and take anybody that's hurting you and causing you pain. That's not what I'm talking about. But we do, not intentionally, but we do place demanding expectations among those that we love the most and that we care about the most. And we expect that just because something, that we're going to do something because of their this title in our life, that means that they're supposed to feel that same exact way and do that same exact thing to that same exact extent in return. And I'm here to tell you that will set you up for so much failure. So many friendships, relationships, whatever, even relationships with family has failed or no longer exist because of the expectations that we hold to them. And it's not something that they want to live up to. It's not because they truly didn't love us or didn't care for us. It's, just something that, hey, it's the demand for it alone sometimes will push somebody back from wanting to do it. And everybody is different. The thing about loyalty and love is everyone has different definitions of it. And for me, what I may consider a good god mom to be, maybe constantly spending time with the kids every now and then and being there for them for their birthdays. And, if anything happens, like you're there for them. If anything happens to me, you're there for them. It's the second parent. Unfortunately, that's not everyone's expectations. And even though it may have been in the beginning, their same views, the only thing constant in the world is change. And there's times where someone may not want to take those type of responsibilities anymore. Maybe they have too much going on in their own life now with their own families that they now have. And that's just too much for them now. And change is okay and it happens, and you have to be able to learn to move with it. There are certain titles in life that I just refuse to give to anyone else except for myself. And it is such a beautiful place to be. Now, I mean, everyone else, yes, I have friends, but my best friend is me, myself, and I. That is the only person that will ever get that title again. And it's not out of hurt, once again, toward nobody else. It's out of self-love for me. Because I know that I'm the only person that can truly decide to live up to what it is that I want to be. And I'm the only one who I can set expectations for myself and know that I can live up to them because they're my expectations. But I cannot have expectations for someone else, a whole nother being, and expect them to live up to those expectations themselves. Now, there are certain things that definitely need to be put into place, but there are certain things that is just really, that's just something that we, in our own definition of what a best friend should be, or something that a significant other should be, that we feel like this is that and they may not feel it. I really encourage everyone to look over their life and the different expectations that they have for different people in their lives. Sometimes I even heard Jada Pinkett Smith on the Red Table Talk the other day, and she was talking about forgiveness of her dad who passed away, with her. She was talking about it with her brother, and they were talking about forgiveness for their dad. And she said some powerful things that I'm like, man, this is exactly how I feel. And she had to learn to forgive her dad because her dad was a drug addict and was never there for them. And they helped him to recover. And each time he would relapse, and he died of an overdose and was just never there for them. And she had to learn to forgive him. And even after his death, it's something that they're still working on. And that hit me so deep because she was saying how even we place expectations. And I heard this from her just yesterday. And I did this whole thing with letting go of expectations and titles with my best friend, like maybe 2 months ago, a month and a half, 2 months ago. And it's crazy because she was saying the same thing that I said to the person that I had the title for best friend for a long time. And she was saying how sometimes we even expect that just because a person is our parent, just because they brought us into this world, that they're supposed to raise us and bring us up a certain way. And in reality, as we see, that's not always the case. And that he had way more going on in his journey that he couldn't even, he wasn't able to get it together to be there for them. And maybe along their journey, that was a part of it for them to get to where they're at and to become as strong as they were, as they are. And that hit me so deep, even for me and my family, because I feel that same way with both of my parents as well. And I'm learning to let go and forgive them, understanding that they did the best that they could with what they knew. And, even still to this day, and it is what it is from there. So definitely, just take a look into your life as far as to your expectations of what you have on others, and see how maybe they're harming your relationship. See how maybe someone may actually really care for you and love you. It's just they have a different perception of this particular thing that you're upset from them about, versus just them not really being there for you the way that you feel that they should be. And see how that works out. I definitely would recommend that. Well, it's been love and peace and light as usual, family. And let me know what you guys think in the comments about this topic of expectations and titles and how they could be ruining your relationships. Let me know. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel, Wisdom or Love, for other great topics and conversations. And we will chat soon. Peace and love and gratitude. Namaste.